Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championship. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 23, Week 2, Round 1. So after taking the loss last round, I am looking to bounce back, get back on the winning side of things. And the opponent I have standing in my way this round is named Miziaga. So let's look at the matchup. Alright, I have almost all of the green on my side of the hotbot overview. Let's take a closer look. Checking out the stats, we see that my opponent has 639,000 lifetime banners. So he plays some, he's somewhat successful, but his best score is only a 42,000, and his offensive and defensive wins are not very impressive. It makes me feel like maybe he hasn't been playing GAC for that long, because when I checked his history, he does play every time, and he's fairly successful. So this is one of those cases where I don't know that the stats really show me exactly what kind of player I'm playing against. But looking at the ratio of offensive wins to defense, it's about 29%, which is a little more on the offensive side. So we'll take that into consideration. Comparing our rosters, I've got almost 500,000 more total GP. I also have the higher top 80 and top 65 GP. I've got 31 more Zetas. I've got a lot more speed. I've got 7 more Gear 13s. It looks like a pretty big mismatch in terms of just our rosters. And then when we look at the mods, I have almost double the amount of 6-top mods compared to my opponent, and a lot more mods with high-speed secondaries. And even looking at the relics, I've got 36 more total relic levels when compared to my opponent, although he does have 3 tier 8 relics and I don't have any. And my advantages continue when we check out the meta character report. My opponent has Sith Eternal Emperor, whereas I have Jedi Master Luke and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. One area where we're even is ships. We both have Malevolence and Negotiator, but no Executor. So let's take a look at his roster, see if we can make sense of why we got matched up in the first place. There is his C in the arena. And I think what is immediately evident is that my opponent is on the path to getting his Executor. He already has his Piet and his Boba Fett at Relic 8. When we check out the Scoundrels, his Dengar, his IG-88, his Bosk, they're all reliced up as well. So is his TIE Fighter pilot. It looks to me like he's basically ready. He's just waiting for the event to come around so he can unlock the Executor. And had he had the Executor for this match, then I think I'd be a lot more nervous about this match than I am. But he does not have it yet. So let's check out the board. We're halfway through the attack phase. We're in the middle of the night again. So we'll hope that I don't make any silly mistakes. And you can see my opponent has already gone. He actually just finished attacking. He actually went through the top zone first, took out my crew, stumbled once on my Hux squad, took out Grievous and Shock and the clones all in one. He was also able to one-shot both my fleets, but my Empire fleet did give him some problems and stole quite a few banners from him. Then down here in the front, since I had 2 GLs to his 1, I decided to keep 1 for offense and put 1 on defense. You can see he took 2 tries to get through Palpatine, 2 to get through Padme. He tried 3 times on Darth Revan and got stuck, and just gave the Jedi Knight Luke 1 little poke before calling it quits. So I believe my opponent is done. He's only going to clear 2 of my zones, and he's probably okay with that, because this is how he usually plays. Instead of a Ray and Pray, he does a See and Pray. Down here in the bottom, here is his Sith Eternal Emperor with a Relic 7 Malak and Wat. And then you can see the other teams down here are nothing special, only 1 other Relic. Up here in the top zone, he does have some better teams, but all of these have very standard counters. So he really is just counting on that Sith Eternal Emperor to get him holds. And honestly, usually it is enough. He's very successful using this strategy. Unfortunately for him, one of my Galactic Legends is SLKR, and SLKR is a hard counter for C. So we're gonna go right after it, open up the bottom zone and see what's in the back. Now, the key in order to take down a Sith Eternal Emperor with your SLKR is to do it solo. And the reason you do it that way is because C needs 2 characters to link in order to build up his ultimate. If you go in with just one, he can't ever get to his ultimate because he can't link anybody. And as long as that one character is strong enough to withstand all of the hits from Malak and C by itself, then he wins. Now, I was a little skeptical. I gotta be honest, I was very nervous about banking on this as my one counter. But over the last day, I have done multiple battles where I've taken just my SLKR against an entire 5-man team in Arena against Relic 8Cs and still beat them 1 against 5. So I'm pretty confident this is going to work. If it works 1 against 5 in Arena, it should work 1 against 3 here in GAC. If it doesn't, then it turns into an efficiency match and I need to clear his board, the rest of his board, more efficient than he cleared mine. But he's dropped a bunch of battles already, so even that doesn't feel very daunting. Let's go in and hopefully this works as well as it should. So I'm going to go ahead and poke Watt. I'm going to get both of the side characters out first. I'll work on getting Malak out. The other thing is Malak's Force Rain doesn't do anything to Kylo. And even though his C is Relic 8, you can see he's not even getting me into the yellow yet. Now it's 1v1. There goes his protection. I'm just going to be building up my mastery here, hitting harder each time, and this should do it. So that's a case of he really should have scouted my roster a little bit, and if he saw that I had an SLKR, he needs to know that he can't put C on defense like that. Unfortunate for him, but worked out really well for me. We'll keep chugging through this zone. This Karth, we will take my other Kylo and we'll do another solo there. So we'll get our turn meter, and we're gonna have to miss a little bit while mission puts blind on me, and we'll just hit the second special there as much as we can. Get our protection back. There goes Zalbar. There goes Karth. Again, each time she puts blind, we'll miss, but we'll just keep pounding. And there we go. Alright, that brings us to this Phasma squad. And I think I'm just going to go with Han and Chewbacca. I don't think we're going to bring in Wedge this time. We'll just do this a duo. And we're going to take out Officer first. And then we'll start working on Ty. And Phasma did the wrong move, didn't even damage me. And on these Night Sisters, we're gonna go a little old school. I decided to change up what I did on defense because I didn't really expect him to get through my Galactic Legend. So I decided to pull Jango off defense where he normally lives and put him with Bosk and Boba, and we'll do the old school Night Sister counter where we're just using Boba's Execute and Jango's abilities, all of Jango's abilities, to do some perma kills. In the meantime, that was nice. We got ability block up on Kalsin, so we're keeping her from doing her plague. Let's see if we can just kill her. Not quite, but maybe an execute. There we go. So she's gone. Not going to res anymore. So no plague. We'll work on our contract, but really, in this particular composition, we're just going for the contract to get more health back. Burn the witches. Get our taunt up. Go after Asajj. Almost got her down. Now she's permadead. There we go. Alright, I'm expecting pretty weak teams in the back. Again, it's usually a see and pray type approach. And yeah, lots of weak teams. So we will come back to this and solo most of them, I think. Let's go to the top and we'll work our way through here. We'll start with his crew, and for that we have JTR. I kind of kept too much for offense. After last round, I didn't want to be put in a position where I couldn't clear. And even last round, it was more a planning issue, I think, than an execution. I just went into it with the wrong plan. Let's see if we can get Fox out of here. He's only for 12. We'll go ahead and burn it. And so Executioner's gone. Wiggle. And we'll wave crew down so he can't get the stun off. See if we can get a stun on Kylo. Yes. And we'll get healing immunity on him. Another stun is nice. Now it's just a matter of working him down. Get rid of Crew's turn meter again. Very nice job, R2 with all the stuns. Almost through Kylo. We'll get Illuminated Destiny next attack with BB-8. That goes, we will get more stuns, and we'll get healing immunity on crew. I am a little short on protection, so if I can drag this out a tiny bit and see about getting another Illuminated Destiny, that'd be nice. But I don't know that's going to happen. We're pretty far away from it, and he's already got healing immunity, so I think JTR is just going to kill him. Yeah, not going to happen. Oh well. Alright, that brings me to this Grievous team. And we've got Jedi Knight Revan for that. I feel like I've got overkill squads for every single team he has. Let's go ahead and pass this over. We do that. Now, in threes, where possible, I like to go after B1 first. Unfortunately, he is stealth, even though he's not really stealthed. Now he's out of stealth. Taking some hits from Grievous. Part of me wants just to mark Grievous right now. I think I might just do that. No, let's mark B1, actually. I hate going after Grievous only to have him be healed multiple times. This is frustrating. This way we get B1 out of there. We'll take another hit from Grievous, and that's fine. And we'll have to kill B1, or Magna rather. But ultimately, I just feel like it's safer. Oh, and actually we don't have to kill Magna. We can go after Grievous now. We're missing protection on both Revan and on Hermit Yoda, or on Grandmaster Yoda rather. But maybe we can heal up here. Almost. Almost got the full banners. Alright, we will go after the Geos. These Geos are not all Geos. One of them is Droideka, actually. So, I don't know how much that will change things. I don't think it will. But we'll bring in Vader and Thrawn and Gideon. And Gideon is actually going first, but my Vader's going to go next. So I think I'm just going to put Armor Shred. And then we will fracture him and Force Crush it. Rather Merciless and then Force Crush. Thankfully I did the right thing even though I said the wrong thing. Let's get rid of Spy, because he was only gear 12. And we'll work our way through the Alpha here. Let's get rid of all of their turn meter. And a throw. Alright. But I'm going to lose a little bit of health there. On this one, we are going to go Gas, and I think we're going to go Ahsoka. I actually have some clones that I could bring, but Ahsoka's got a heal on her special, and the clones don't have a way to get rid of, you know, get back any kind of health or protection. So this way, maybe I can come away with it with better banners. We'll see. There we go, healed a little bit. Not nearly enough to be sufficient. We'll still end up losing our banners. That's fine. Alright, so we'll check out the ships. And he likes to put Negotiator. Knew that was coming. I like to take my Malevolence against Negotiators. And on this comp in particular, I feel like I can usually get down Anakin relatively quickly, because the Y-Wing doesn't tank as quickly as Houndstooth does. So here you can see we've already been through Anakin once, and he got the Unending Loyalty, and that already went through him again. So this definitely is not a comp I don't think that does as well against Malevolence at all. If you want to stop on Malevolence, I think you go with Anakin and Ahsoka in the starting lineup. Get rid of 5s. Y-Wing. And we haven't even lost our initial Vulture droid yet, so that's great. Although that just stole a bunch of protection. So banners are not going to be amazing, but Malevolence generally isn't amazing banners anyway. And we are stuck again. Oh, that was a misplay. I should have targeted Clone Sergeant. Didn't end up mattering. There we go. And that means against this Empire squad, I've got my own Negotiator. And we'll leave one empty. We're not going to leave 2 empty. No reason to take the risk. And we will just focus down the TIE Bomber as fast as we possibly can. Since he already got the taunt off. And we're going to bring in Plo for healing already. And this should do it for him. Now we need to get Vader out. He gets some healing with his shuttle. We get our unending loyalty. Oh, and I probably should have taunted there. Getting close to getting my Anakin dead. Just not nice. Let's go ahead and bring in Ahsoka to clear all these buffs away. Oh, and buffs are... Let's clear that. So we came pretty close to losing Anakin, which was definitely not ideal, but we'll get the win. Not the best banners, but fine. Alright, so jumping back to the back, he's pretty much set us up for a whole bunch of solos, but before we do any solos, we're actually going to start with a Mon Mothma battle, and I think that's going to be against this JTR. We have far too many teams. We're leaving a ton on the bench, but he wasn't able to clear us either, so it doesn't really matter. And I don't expect them to get any attacks here. Reduce her turn meter. Alright, the only other one that I'm not going to solo is going to be this Night Sister one. We'll go with Captain Luke, and we will bring in Watt. And that way I can put the weapon sec on Luke. And then when I kill these characters, they will not come back. And what's nice about Luke is that he has some of his own healing, and then Watt has some healing too. So hopefully we will be able to get through this with full manners. Alright, and then let's do some more soloing. Since we have Ewoks, we've got Ness. And Otto. And we got Phoenix, so Wampa. And I mean, honest, I don't know why somebody with a roster over 6 million GP is ever setting teams like this. It just... I know you can save a ton for offense and still put decent teams in the back. There's like no excuse of why you should be putting gear 8s, gear 9s. I don't get it. I'll take it. It just means I get to do a bunch of solos, and I'm going to end up with a really high score. Not that that matters anymore, because I am not getting in the top 50 or top 10 or anything like that since I lost last round. But yeah, just seems ridiculous. Let's do a basic for the kill there. And we'll do our drain. This will take a second, I think. Oh, not too long. $3,008. I think that is definitely my highest score ever in a 3v3 to 2055. So I want to say thank you to Misayaga for the battle. I appreciate you playing and participating. And even though the majority of your defense was way weaker than it probably should be, it was definitely a learning experience for me to finally go against a C and confirm that the SLKR solo works. So thank you for that bit of learning, bit of knowledge. I want to say thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in next round.